You feel exhausted, don't you? No matter how hard you try to stay positive, no matter how many affirmations you repeat or motivational videos you watch, those negative thoughts keep returning. They hit at night, in quiet moments, or out of nowhere during your day. And every time they come, you fight them, as if silencing them will make them disappear. But here's a truth the self-help world won't tell you. Fighting these thoughts only gives them more power. Carl Jung taught that the psyche works by balance. When you repress fear, doubt, or anger, these feelings don't vanish. They gain strength in the unconscious. You are not broken. Those thoughts aren't a mental flaw. When you feel like a failure, it's a message from your soul. Maybe it's pointing to a childhood wound or a life misaligned with who you truly are. When you feel lost, it's not always depression. Sometimes it's your inner voice, trying to guide you back to yourself. Fighting against these thoughts only traps you further. Negative thinking is not the enemy. It's a messenger. Listening rather than resisting is the path to freedom. When you integrate these hidden parts of yourself, you stop being a slave to your mind and start forming an alliance with it. Pause for a moment. Notice how trying not to think about something only makes it louder. That's not weakness. It's a sign that your mind seeks balance. Jung called this the law of compensation. What is repressed returns, stronger than before. This is why forced positivity is dangerous. Repeating, "I'm fine" or "I'm strong" may seem helpful, but inside, pressure builds silently. Anxiety, constant irritation, exhaustion, they are symptoms of unexpressed energy. And if ignored, the psyche finds a way to release this tension violently, like a dam bursting. Jung called this enantiodromia, the inevitable swing to the opposite. So what is the solution? Listening, not suppressing. Every negative thought carries a message. When recurring thoughts arise, "I'm a failure," "I'm unlovable," "Nothing makes sense," ask, "What am I missing? What am I refusing to see?" Start creating distance. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer. When a thought says, "I am useless," reframe it. "I am having the thought that I am useless." When you notice, "No one loves me," say, "I am noticing a thought that I feel unloved." This small change creates space. And in that space, you regain choice. You are no longer fused with the content of your mind. The thoughts are passing clouds, and you are the sky. Next, take it further with dialogue. Jung called it active imagination. When a negative thought appears, give it form. Visualize it as a figure, a shadow, or an animal. Name it, observe it, and ask, "Why are you here? What are you trying to protect me from?" Often, negative thoughts are distorted guardians. They aim to protect you from risk, humiliation, or pain. Recognize their intention. Then respond, "Thank you for protecting me. I can face risk now. I can fail and still survive." Through this, the inner enemy becomes an ally. The tyrannical thought loses its power because it is finally heard. And once you learn to hold opposites within yourself, fear and courage, doubt and hope, you step into real psychological maturity. True integration doesn't eliminate the shadow. It embraces it. It's not optimism. It's wholeness. Pain exists alongside strength. Fear coexists with growth. The trick is holding both without collapsing. Radical acceptance begins when you stop criticizing yourself for negative thoughts. Say, "Given my life experiences, it's natural for me to think this way." This acknowledgement contains more power than 1,000 mantras. You are human, alive, and whole, even with shadows inside. Observe your thoughts. Dialogue with them. Hold the paradox. Negative thoughts will arise, but they no longer dominate. You are the conscious presence, sitting in the theater of your mind, watching with clarity and authority. This is psychic freedom. Jung said true strength lies in holding opposites without collapsing. Every step you take in observing and integrating your inner world is a step toward this freedom. Now that you've learned to observe and dialogue with your thoughts, it's time to take the next step, deepening your awareness of the messages your mind carries. Every recurring negative thought has a purpose, even if it seems harsh, irrational, or overwhelming. It is a guide, pointing to areas of life that have been neglected, wounds that remain unhealed, or truths you have been avoiding. Start small. Each day, set aside a quiet moment. Close your eyes and let a recurring thought come forward naturally. Don't fight it. Don't judge it. Simply ask, what are you here to show me? Visualize it. Give it a shape, a voice, even a color if that helps. Write it down. Let it speak freely. You are not controlling it. You are listening. For example, if the thought arises, I am not enough, ask it, what do you want me to see? You may discover it carries memories of rejection, of times when your efforts were overlooked, of moments when your inner value was never acknowledged. Recognize it. Thank it for bringing this to your attention. And then gently respond, I hear you. I can honor this part of myself, and I can move forward anyway. Notice what happens. The energy behind the thought shifts. It no longer screams or dominates. It has been heard and integrated. This is the essence of active imagination and inner work. You are reclaiming the energy that was trapped in suppression and redirecting it into conscious growth. Next, practice holding opposites. Life is rarely simple, and the psyche thrives in complexity. When you feel fear and courage simultaneously, doubt and hope, sadness and curiosity, allow both to coexist. Acknowledge each without attempting to erase the other. A part of you can feel grief, while another part recognizes resilience. A part of you can feel anger, while another part feels compassion. Both exist. Both are real. Both deserve recognition. This is how the mind learns balance. This is how psychic energy moves from chaos into clarity. The goal is not to eliminate the negative, but to harmonize it with the positive. When you do this, your inner dialogue transforms. You stop reacting automatically to every thought and start responding intentionally. And here's the most profound insight. Integration changes your reality. When you stop fighting your inner world, you begin to navigate the outer world with more clarity and confidence. Decisions become easier. Stress is less overwhelming. Creativity and insight increase. You start living in alignment with your authentic self. Let's pause for a practical exercise. Pick one persistent negative thought you've noticed today. Sit with it for 2 minutes. Ask, what am I missing? What am I trying to protect myself from? Let an answer arise naturally. Don't censor it. Write it down. Then respond with compassion. Thank you for showing me this. I see you, and I can move forward with awareness. Repeat this daily. Even 5 minutes each day builds profound change. Over time, thoughts you once feared will become allies. Anxiety transforms into awareness. Fear transforms into preparation. Doubt transforms into curiosity. Remember, this is not quick fix positivity. It's deep, conscious work. It's radical acceptance. It's the courage to face your mind as it is, not as you wish it to be. Jung called this the path of individuation, the process of becoming whole. It requires patience, persistence, and compassion. By observing, listening, and integrating your thoughts, you reclaim your power. You are no longer at war with yourself. You are in dialogue with yourself. You are aligned with your inner truth. And with each step, your mind becomes a trusted ally rather than a battlefield. Now reflect on this. The thoughts you've resisted, the feelings you've denied, the shadows you've hidden, these are not signs of weakness. They are the trail markers of your soul. They show you what needs attention, healing, and integration. They guide you toward your authentic self. As you continue this journey, you will notice subtle changes. You may begin to sleep more peacefully, make decisions with clarity, and experience life with greater depth. Emotional storms will still come, but they no longer control you. You remain the observer, the conscious presence, the anchor in your own life. So take a deep breath. Accept that negative thoughts will appear. Welcome them as messengers. Give them space, attention, and respect. And through this process, you begin to transform your inner world step by step, thought by thought. In the next video, we will explore advanced techniques for integrating even the most difficult thoughts and emotions. How to fully embrace paradox, hold contradictions without fear, and continue deepening your psychological maturity. Until then, practice observation, practice dialogue, practice radical acceptance. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. And that awareness is free, whole, and capable of holding all of life's complexities. Now, take a moment and reflect. Think of the negative thoughts that have dominated you the most. Instead of running, judging, or silencing them, invite them to speak. Ask, what is your message? What do you need me to see? When you treat these thoughts as messengers instead of enemies, something extraordinary happens. You stop fighting yourself. You reclaim energy previously lost to resistance. You begin to live with authenticity, courage, and presence. Remember, the goal is not perfection. The goal is wholeness. To hold light and shadow, joy and pain, certainty and doubt, all at once without collapsing. This is true psychological freedom. This is inner maturity. This is what Jung called individuation. Every day, practice. Observe your thoughts, listen to them, and respond with awareness. Practice radical acceptance. It is natural for me to feel this way. It is part of being human. I am whole, even with shadows inside me. And here's the most powerful reminder. No thought defines you. You are the observer, the conscious presence, the awareness that holds the mind. Thoughts come and go. Feelings rise and fall. And you remain the anchor, the witness, the guide of your own life. If this video has helped you see your mind in a new way, I invite you to continue the journey. Subscribe to the channel for deeper insights, exercises, and practical tools to transform the way you relate to your thoughts and emotions. Leave a comment. What negative thought have you learned to observe rather than fight? How has it changed your perspective on yourself? Sharing your experience is the first step toward liberation, and it helps others on their path as well. Remember this. Your mind is not your enemy. Your negative thoughts are not flaws. They are signals, guides, and messages from a deeper part of you. When you stop resisting and start listening, the tyranny of your mind dissolves. You are no longer trapped in internal battles. You are free to explore, integrate, and grow. So take this knowledge, apply it, and step into the practice of true self-awareness. Observe, listen, integrate. And with each thought, each reflection, each moment of courage, you move closer to wholeness. Your mind is not against you. It has always been trying to guide you. Now, for the first time, you can listen.